Hi everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna explain to you everything you have to know about buffs and debuffs. Okay, so here we are in the game. If I click on gallery here and on this little icon, I can find a list of every character in the game with some filters to the right. If I click here on buff on the filter, you can find the list of all characters that can apply a buff on your team, and if I click here, you can have all heroes that can put a debuff on enemies. First thing you have to know about buffs and debuffs is that you can find different categories. For example, if I click here on buff 1, if I click on this character, she can apply both an attribute buff and a classic buff. Okay, it's really important to know what category of buff and debuffs you want to apply. I will show you why soon. So here, if you click on debuff, you can find different kinds of debuffs. If I select Greta here, on her basic attack, she can apply some freeze. That's a control debuff. If I use this skill, she can apply an attribute debuff. You can also have some classic debuffs, like this one. Res buff is a classic debuff. And then you can also find some dot debuffs here. For example, on Nita, the poison dot is a dot debuff. Okay, so why is it really important to know in which category every buff and debuffs belong? For example, if I take a character, let me find her. If I take Melina here, she can remove buffs, but only attribute buffs. That means if the enemy have a shield, she won't remove the shield. Okay, so it's really important to know everything about buffs and debuffs, everything about their categories, so you can understand how hero works. Okay, so if I take, for example, another one, where is he? I think he's here. If I take Slackdow, is it this one? No, it's this one. Okay, and removes all of their attribute buffs. Okay, it's the same thing as Melina here. He will remove only attribute buffs, so shield doesn't count here. But with exclusive one, he will remove all the character buffs. Okay, that means every classic buffs, like the shield or the stealth, and every attribute buffs. Okay, so it's really important to know about it. If I show you another hero here, it's written he will steal all the buffs of the enemies. Okay, so again, it will remove also classic buffs and attribute buffs. So it's really important to see the difference between buffs. Okay, and it's the same for debuffs, because you have heroes that can cleanse dots and you have heroes who can cleanse only attribute buffs. For example, if I go here in the Doom Legion, if I take this epic character, Liz, on her ultimate, she can cleanse only dots debuffs. Okay, and if I take another character, where is she? Here. If I take Elena, for example, if I use this one, it cleanses only attribute debuffs. Okay, so again, it's really important. If I take Luna, then Luna is a forester one. If I take Luna here, as you can see, she removes dot debuffs and all other debuffs, so she can remove every kind of debuffs on your characters. It's also important to know about different buffs and debuffs categories, because if you jump here into the emblem section, you can find some things like this. So this one gives a chance to remove one layer of non-control debuff. Okay, so it will not affect control debuffs. you can have this one that will only increase the duration of your debuff and attribute debuffs and buffs. So yeah, it's really important for the emblems and for the understanding of hero skills. Okay, I made this document for a better understanding of about which category, which buff and debuff belong to what categories. Okay, so here we have buffs and debuffs. Okay, with different columns. You can find every classic buffs here. You have stealth, immortal, shield, heal, res debuff, damage immunity, counter attack, life protection. You have every single attribute buffs here. So you can find some. It's everything that increases the statistics of your characters. Okay, so even the tenacity or even the damage reflection count here. Okay. Then you can find the attribute debuffs here. Silver Wand is in this category, okay? It's important to know about it. And also deep poisoning too. Then you have, I think, only one classic debuffs. I didn't find any other one. So yeah, this is the only one in this category. Then you have control debuffs here, as stun, hypnotize, provoke, silence, horrify, freeze, and intertwined. And then you can find the 4 dots in the game: bleed, HP burning, burn, and poison. So once you know everything about these categories, you will be able to understand every clean skills of your characters and every buffs applied. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, please like, comment, and subscribe, and then see you in another video. Bye bye.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.